Round of applause right there for the beautiful women's Alabama Coushatta traditional dress, 18 to 54. All right, young ladies, come on up here as we call our next category to the dance floor, men's woodland, 18 to 54. Also want to say thank you to the Alabama Coushatta Pow Wow Committee for extending the invitation to all of our woodland dancers here this weekend. Brand new category for 2025. Hopefully, in the next couple of years, we'll be able to also extend that invitation to all of our women's applique. But again, it's good to see this dance style, coming back, many different styles, many different tribes, have their own style of dress behind that woodland category. And so this weekend, they've got an awesome rendition, an awesome group of gentlemen that are here, all champion dancers in their own right. Sharpshooter, we're going to be coming to you for an appropriate song. And then stand by immediately following men's woodland, where we're going right into women's southern cloth, senior adults 35 to 54. As I made mention earlier, women's southern cloth, men's southern straight, women's southern buckskin, men's northern traditional, women's northern traditional, northern cloth combined, men's grass, women's jingle, men's chicken, and then on down the line, just back and forth, back and forth. All right, we got the high sign. We're ready to go. Sharpshooter, if you would. Contest, men's woodland. Round of applause right there for our men's woodland. All right, gentlemen, come on up here. 18 to 54. Again, on behalf of our woodland dancers, we want to say thank you to the Alabama Coushatta Pow Wow right here for extending the invitation to these gentlemen. Senior adult women's cloth. Be making your way into the arena. Women's Southern Cloth 35 to 54. Singing for You will be coming over to Pawnee Yellow Horse. Following our Women's Southern Cloth, Men's Southern Straight, Thai Chewadi be standing by. Women's Southern Buckskin, Thunder Hill. Just trying to give you guys a good heads up of what you may have in line for your contest song this evening. Again, those families, if you've not checked in with our arena director, Donovan, please check in. That way we can find out what drums we'll be utilizing, as well as we're going to have a speaker to speak on your behalf. Again, if you aren't going to dance in any of the specials, you are excused until tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. Grand entry tomorrow, I believe, is at 6:30 sharp. 6:30 sharp. All right, we got the high sign. So if you would, Pawnee Yellow Horse contest is on. Women's Southern Cloth. Round of applause right there. Beautiful singing for some beautiful dancing. All right, young ladies, come on up here and face the judges. As we call Men's Southern Strength, Senior Adult 35 to 54. Singing for you, Thai Chewadi, standing by.
Folks, after the fun run tomorrow, the local Indian Presbyterian Church is going to be having a breakfast sale starting at 7 o'clock in the morning until they sell out. That's at the Indian Presbyterian Church. You can catch it right after you do the fun run tomorrow morning.
All right, so senior adult men's Southern Straight, be making your way on to the dance floor. Again, after your contest is over, if you're not going to get in any of the specials, you are excused. 6:30 tomorrow, grand entry. All righty. All right, we got the high sign, so if you would, Thai Chewa the contest. Senior adult men's straight. Round of applause right there, senior adult men's Southern Straight. All right, gentlemen, come on over here as we call our next category women's Southern Buckskin. Women's Southern Buckskin be making their way onto the dance floor. Stand by Thunder Hill. Thunder Hill. Again, just to all of our spectators that are here, some of our drum groups, they do have CDs for sale. Some have T-shirts, some have stickers, some have merchandise, so come on over and check them out. Again, also just a reminder to all of our dancers, 6:30 tomorrow sharp. 6:30 tomorrow sharp, grand entry number 2. We got all day long to sit poolside. Sit at the pool with your socks on, because I know some of you guys don't have them summer toes, boy. All right, how we're looking? All right, the balloting is done. Again, we want to say thank you to those young ladies bringing water out for all of our dancers. And with that, shake hands. Again, 6:30 tomorrow sharp, grand entry. 6:15 drum roll call. All right, we do have women's Southern Buckskin on the dance floor. Thunder Hill is standing by. And stand by men's Northern Traditional 35 to 54. Singing for you will be Black Lodge. So stand by dancers and singers. All right, we're ready to go. Thunder Hill, if you would. Contest is on. Round of applause right there. All right, young ladies, come on up here. Face the judges as we call men's Northern Traditional onto the dance floor, singing for you Black Lodge. Stand by women's Northern Traditional, Northern Cloth combined. Singing for you will be the boys. So stand by, get your songs in line. Again, as we are winding down on a beautiful Friday Night Lights here in beautiful Livingston, Texas, the 55th annual celebration. And just a reminder, even though it's starting to cool off, please remember to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. Check on your fellow dancer, your fellow singer, vendor, spectator. Check on each and every one of us, and that way we are all A-OK. Also a reminder to all of our royalty, tomorrow at 6:15, right after drum roll call, we'll give you the opportunity to let all the good people on who you are, who you represent. And so with that, at 6:15 tomorrow, we'd like to invite you back here to see all of our royalty, but also, I believe tomorrow afternoon, starting at 2 o'clock, registration will open. as well as all of our gourd dancing. And on behalf of our head gourd dancer, Michael Plumley, he invites you right back here tomorrow. Come and dance with him. Come and dance with Michael Plumley. All right, we're ready to go. If you would, Black Lodge, contest is on. Round of applause right there, men's Northern Traditional. Good dancing, gentlemen. Come on up here, make a line, make sure your number can be seen as we invite our women's Northern Traditional Northern Cloth. Applique all into the arena, 35 to 54. Singing for you will be the boys, so come on out. Men's Grass be standing by Iron Star. Again, if you're not looking to get in any of the specials, the Wildcat Society Teen Girls Cloth, the Haskell Alumni Pretty in Pink 18+ Women's Jingle, or the Men's Northern Traditional Special, you are excused after you dance here this evening. Again, I want to say thank you to the Pow Wow Committee for their awesome agenda that they've laid out. Make sure we get all of our contests in the books before we go into any of the specials. All right, they're shaking hands again, 6:30 sharp tomorrow, unless you're getting in one of the specials. As we have our women's Northern Traditional Northern Cloth on the floor, standing by TBZ. All right, men's Northern Traditional, I need you all to come back. Men's Northern Traditional, senior adult, please come back. Yeah, he wasn't done drawing his picture. Yeah. Make sure your number can be seen. Then you got to shake hands again. Ah. Lost and found hair, give him those glasses. He might need those. We do have some lost and found items turned in. And if you've lost a wallet, we might have it up here, found in the men's bathroom. But you have to let us know what it looks like, exactly how much money's in there, because the good person came up here, turned it in, and he said, I'm a good, honest man, and I truly believe that. He said, I know exactly how much is in there. He might have took $1 though. All right, the balloting is done. Again, I want to say thank you to you gentlemen for coming back up here. Yeah, he had his color. He had his crayons out trying to make sure he had the right color. All right, how we looking? We got all of them on the dance floor as we go to TBC, the boys contest. Awesome singing for some awesome dancing. All right, young ladies, come on up as we call our next category 35 to 54 Senior Adult Men's Grass. Senior Adult Men's Grass, be making your way onto the dance floor. Singing for you will be Iron Star. Again, I hope all of our grass dancers that are looking to get into the Wildcat Society, hopefully you got registered up. I did hear we have about 19 registered grass dancers, so hopefully you made the cut over there and got signed up. Stand by Women's Jingle. Stand by Women's Jingle. And we'll be coming over to Ho Chunk Station for that song. Men's Chicken will be coming over to Hale Creek and then on down the line back and forth. So all right, we got the high sign. Iron Star, if you would. Contest is on. applause right there. Senior adult men's grass. Come on up, gentlemen, as we call our next category women's jingle 35 to 54. As we come back to the top of the order to Ho Chung Station. Also needing the Pretty and Pink family, the ones that are putting on the Pretty and Pink special, please check in with Donovan Abbey, as we want to see exactly what drums you will be utilizing if you have a speaker for your special. So again, Cadence and family, Cadence Wilkerson be checking in with Donovan Abbey. I want to give a shout out to all these senior men's grass dancers. All your roaches are looking ace, boy. Even with this humidity, man. I remember years past being at the ball field, we'd have to wrap our roach right after grand entry and leave it in the car, put it in a baggie. Man, I tell you, trying to make sure it stays A-OK. All right, we're ready to go. Ho Chung Station, if you would. Contest is on. Women's jingle. Round of applause right there for these women's jingle dress dancers. Thank you. Ho Chung Station. All right, young ladies, come on up as we call Senior Men's Chicken. Senior Men's Chicken, be making your way onto the dance floor. Singing for you, we'll come over to the good sounds of Hale Creek. Stand by. Women's Fancy Shawl, be standing by. Sharpshooter. And Men's Fancy Feather, Iron Bow. Man, I hope our Fancy Feather have bought that Iron Bow CD or have at least been paying attention. Because, man, I tell you what, they are going to bring the heat for your feet right here on a Friday night. Men's Chicken, you should be out there on the dance floor. All right, we have, I believe, one more dancer that is coming. Yeah, he was over there trying to get the Wi-Fi hooked up. And again, just a reminder, Cadence Wilkerson, please check in with Donovan, also Pretty in Pink. If you're going to get into that special 18 plus, please be getting ready. Yeah, I was going to say, we only have 3 registered. So, Tyler, we were going to go register. You dance tonight, I'll dance tomorrow. Yeah. All right, the balloting is done. He's done drawing pictures. Yeah, yeah. No good, boy. All righty. We've got 4 dancers on the floor. We got judges ready to go, and we've got a song ready to go from Hale Creek. How we looking there? Donovan, good to go? Pat's good to go? Hale Creek, if you would. Contest is on. Round of applause right there for our senior men's fancy prairie chicken. All right, gentlemen, come on up here. As we call upon the dance floor, women's fancy shawl. Women's fancy shawl, be making your way onto the dance floor. Singing for you, Sharpshooter.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are fixing to get to our final categories for tonight, as the junior adults, a lot of people have been asking what's the specials tonight. Here's the special contest lineup. First we have on the list will be the Wildcat Society Grandstand Special. And the second special contest is the Teen Girls Cloth Contest. And the following will be the Darren Obie Senior Haskell Alumni Contest. And the Cadence Wilkerson Pretty in Pink Women's Jingle Special Contest. And the final contest for tonight is the Seneca Bean Giving Back to the People Men's Traditional Special. That's a lineup for the special contests for this evening.
Again, we need Cadence Wilkerson and family. Representative from the family, come over and check in with Donovan. If not, we'll bump you to the very end because we got confirmation from most of the families that are ready to go. So come check in with Donovan. All right, we're ready to go. Women's fancy shawls on the floor. Sharpshooter. can hear you now. Round of applause for these 4 champion dancers. All right, young ladies, come on up here as we call our next category Men's Fancy. Senior adults, iron bows. Stand by. Also, coming from the family on the Haskell alumni, they are going to open it up to all of those men that have went to Haskell. You don't have to be a graduate from there, but if you attended Haskell Indian Nations University, you are eligible, but you will need to register. And again, they're going to go off of your word. So again, be mindful and respectful. If you did go to Haskell, you are eligible for the contest. So come on over, check in right over here to my right, your left of the speaker stand. All righty, so it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go 2 groups, 2 groups, 2 groups. And to be fair, we're going to come to iron bow for both songs, both groups. 1 song for each, as we're going to come, both songs will come from iron bow. Group number 1 is on the floor. We've got judges. We just need the song. Iron bow contest, group number 1. Round of applause right there. Group number 1. All right, gentlemen, come on up as we invite group number 2 onto the dance floor, coming right back to iron bow. For our second group. Again, also just a heads up coming from the Blue Indian Taco stand over there. They said we are totally sold out. So if you didn't get your Indian taco fix, you have to come back tomorrow and try again. All right, as we are getting closer and closer to our 18 to 34 junior adults, we'll be going in that same order. Women's Southern Cloth, you'll be first. Men's Southern Straight, Women's Southern Buckskin, Men's Northern Traditional, Women's Northern Traditional Northern Cloth, Men's Grass, Women's Jingle, Men's Chicken, Women's Fancy Shawl, and our final category, Men's Fancy. As we've ran through about 38 categories, I do believe. All right, the balloting is done for group number 1. Judges, make your way out for group number 2. And as soon as I get the high sign, we'll be calling for the song. All right, we got judges, we got dancers, we need the song. Iron bow, if you would, contest is on. Round of applause right there, group number 2. All right, gentlemen, come on up. Face the judges. As we are going to go right into our junior adults, but first we'll be needing these judges. Crystal Lightfoot, Verna Street, Sabrina Sanchez, AJ Leading Fox, Brody Screaming Eagle, and OJ Littlecook. If you could come and check in with